A. This is an apple. This is an alligator. This is an angel. This is an ant. This is an arrow. This is an anchor. This is an airplane. This is an axe. B. This is a ball. This is a bike. This is a book. This is a bell. This is a bird. This is a bag. This is a banana. This is a bus. C. I have a cake. I have a car. I have a cat. I have a can. I have a I have a coat. I have a carrot. I have a candle. I have a clock. D. This is a desk. This is a dog. This is a door. This is a duck. This is a donut. This is a dinosaur. This is a dolphin. This is a drum. E. It's an egg. It's an elephant. It's an ear. It's an eye. It's an elephant. It's an envelope. It's an eagle. It's an eraser. F. That is your face. That is your foot. That is your football. That is your father. That is your fish. That is your fan. That is your fork. That is your flower. G. There is a garden. There is a gate. There is a girl. There is a goat. There is a gorilla. There is a gift. There is a grape. There is a guitar. H. This is my hand. This is my head. This is my hair. This is my hat. This is my hen. This is my house. This is my horse. This is my hamburger. I. I is for igloo. I is for ice cream. I is for ice. I is for iguana. I is for insect. I is for ink. I is for iron. I is for instruments. J. I have some juice. I have some jelly. I have some jam. I have some jellyfish. I have some jackets, jeans. I have some jets. I have some jumpers. K. I see a kite. I see a kettle. I see a kitchen. I see a kid. I see a key. I see a kiwi. I see a koala. I see a kangaroo. L. Look at the lake. Look at the lemon. Look at the leaf. Look at the lock. Look at the lion. Look at the lizard. Look at the ladybug. Look at the lamb. M. That is a monkey. That is a mango. That is a mouse. That is a mat. That is a mug. That is a mop. That is a map. That is a melon. N. That is a nest. That is a net. That is a nut. That is a nose. That is a nail. That is a nurse. That is a needle. That is a notebook. O. O is for octopus. O is for orange. O is for alive. O is for ostrich. O is for owl. O is for oven. O is for ocean. O is for onion. P. I have some pens. I have some pencils. I have some pasta. I have some popcorn. I have some pizzas. I have some pears. I have some pumpkins. I have some peanuts. Q. Look at the question. Look at the quiz. Look at the queen. Look at the quail. Look at the quill. R. I can see a rainbow. I can see a river. I can see a road. I can see a red rose. I can see a rabbit. I can see a robot. I can see a ring. I can see a rocket. S. Let's look at the sea. Let's look at the sand. Let's look at the sail. Let's look at the sun. Let's look at the star. Let's look at the snail. Let's look at the scissors. T. I can see a tiger. I can see a top. I can see a turtle. I can see a table. I can see a tomato. I can see a t-shirt. I can see a teddy bear. U. U is for ukulele. U is for umbrella. U is for unicycle. U is for unicorn. U is for up. U is for universe. U is for United States. V. V is for van. V is for vase. V is for vest. V is for vegetable. V is for violin. V is for village. V is for volleyball. W. I see a whale. I see a wheel. I see a wallet. I see a wagon. I see a window. I see a watch. I see a watermelon. X. X for xylophone. X is for X-ray. X is for 6. X is for fox. X is for box. X is for ox. X is for X. Y. I like yo-yos. I like yacht. I like yarn. I like yogurt. I like yums. I like yaks. I like yellow. Z. Z is for Zabu. Z is for zebra. Z is for zigzag. Z is for zither. Z is for zero. Z is for zipper. Thank you.